Welcome to the Wolves Den and another action figure review. Today we are taking a look at the Marvel Legends Polaris figure. She is from the latest X-Men wave of figures, the Warlock Build-A-Figure wave. And as you can see right here, we have one of Warlock's legs. But we're not really interested in Warlock's leg, we're interested in Polaris herself. So let's bust her out of the package and take a closer look at the figure. And here we have Polaris removed from her packaging. I also took off her cape so that we can get a better look at her articulation. And so starting with her head, it does rotate all the way around. And then she's able to look down. But she can't really look up. Her hair is in the way, and the cape would even be more in the way if it was on. So can't really look up very far. Her arms rise up to her shoulders that far. And then she's got a full rotation there. She has a single joint at the elbow and also full rotation. Her wrists rotate, and then they have the in and out movement like so. At her torso, she can bend forward a little bit and then backward quite far. She can tilt side to side a bit there also, and it does rotate like so. Her legs go out to the side that far there, and then forward about 90 degrees. She does have a thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and lastly her feet pivot up and down and then rotate side to side. They're a little tight though. And that is it for her articulation. Taking a closer look at the figure, we do see that she has a nice new head sculpt. Hasbro has been doing a very nice job on head sculpts lately, and this is no exception. And they've done a good job, at least on my figure here, on the paints here, on the eyes, eyebrows, the lips. Everything's painted on very well. She's got the little headdress here molded in. Her hair is all one big molded piece, so the ponytail isn't separate or anything. But they did a good job in the different tones of the hair so you can make out all the details. Really nice job on the head sculpt. Moving down, we see she has these bracers, which are loose on her arms. They do move around a bit. And so as you're posing her, they might slip out of position occasionally, but you can kind of push them up the arm and they'll tighten into place. And then there's this piece that sticks out over the hand. It will prevent her hand from completely moving in an upwards position. It'll force it down a little bit, but it's not too bad. There is a bit of give there. The rest of the figure is pretty much just standard Marvel Legends female figure. Just pretty much some paint. No other real details. I will say that it's painted pretty well overall. I've seen some bad samples of Marvel Legends figures lately, and mine's got a little bit of a green here on the neck. I think the skin is painted on there, so I would try to rub it off, but I think that would just show more green. So your mileage may vary on the paint apps on some of these figures. Polaris does come with a few different accessories. First being her cape here. As you can see, it's made of a nice kind of soft rubbery plastic, very flexible. And right here is a peg. And that will just slot right into the hole in her back. Like so. And it's a decent fit. It's not a very tight fit. So if you're trying to pose her in different ways, the cape might come out. So you might want to pose her first and then put the cape in afterwards. It's a decent fit, just not very tight. The one thing I really don't like about the cape is that it gets in the way when you're trying to use a flight stand with her and get her look like she's flying. So if I take her, you kind of have to peg her from the side because you cannot peg her from behind without the cape just kind of like flapping way out. So at least these are the flight stands I have. There might be better flight stands than these. So I had an issue with that. And I do have some pictures of some poses that you'll see later in the review, and you can see what I had to do to try to get her in the flight stand so that the cape really wasn't a hindrance. She also comes with these two energy auras for her magnetic energy, and they clip on her wrists. You'll see the little clip right here. And if you just kind of have to put her hand through the hole there. And the thing about the clips is they don't stay on very well. As you can see, it's just kind of flopping around. If you put it farther up her arm, they'll stay better, but even then, not really. And ideally, I think you want them close to the hand, and they just definitely don't stay very well there. The clip just isn't the right fit. So while it's a cool effect, in execution, it's not as good as it could be. Alright, now for my final thoughts. Polaris is very much an average Marvel Legends figure. And in saying that, that's not necessarily a bad thing, because Marvel Legends figures generally have very good articulation, good sculpts overall, and as I mentioned, very nice head sculpts. So she's not a bad figure. She's just very average, very much the same as so many other figures. She's got the same body as probably a dozen or more other female Marvel Legends figures, with only the paint job and the new head sculpt really to make her stand out from the others. So again, she's not a bad figure. I do like the figure. It's just she doesn't feel like anything new or exciting or very special. With that, I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope to see you again soon for some more action figure reviews. Until then, thanks for watching.